Back to get up. I just got a text from a friend saying, gosh, 30 minutes on quarterback talk. I miss the NFL. We're back, guys. It's here. We've been talking about it all morning. This is a recently released top 10 NFL quarterback list according to executives, coaches, and scouts. Jeremy Fowler pulled 50 different people, and this is the cumulative list based on voting. Mahomes is number 1. Lamar is number 4 behind Burrow and Josh Allen. Honorable mentions who are not on this list include Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud. Also receiving votes, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Brock, Aaron Rodgers got a vote. Tua, Bo Nix got a vote. But all right, this is your top 10. And with that, let's get some rankings reaction. Dan, what's your biggest takeaway from all this?
The reality is this is the best and deepest quarterback play has ever been in the NFL. You can make the case there are 9 or 10 guys that you win games because of. And then there's another 12 to 14 that you win a lot of games with. That's 24 or so guys that are just bona fide, legit, no-brainer, high-end starting quarterback in the NFL. It's the best this league has ever been at that position.
D. Wood, what's your biggest takeaway?
We got the 2-time league MVP at number 4. It's about the damnedest thing that I've seen. I mean, you talk about a guy, Lamar Jackson, you know, arguably the most dangerous quarterback that we have in our game, a guy who's improved every year as a passer. He's sitting at number 4. Just goes to show you the strength that we have in our league at the quarterback position.
And the value people put on the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeremy Fowler, you were the one who polled all these executives. Wonderful work as always. What is your biggest takeaway?
That greatness of the quarterback position is closing in on Patrick Mahomes a little bit. He got 60% of the first place votes in my poll, which is significant. But last year he got almost 100%. He got all but one first place vote. So you're seeing Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. They're splitting votes now. They're getting in on his territory a little bit. He's still the best, but these guys are coming.
Yes, like the Wire. That is his corner, okay? And now they're coming for his corner. Your top 4 are set in stone, Jeremy, and it was very interesting to see who came in number 5.
Yeah.
Jayden Daniels came in at number 5, the 5th best quarterback in the entire NFL. This isn't coming from fans. This isn't coming from Commanders, bloggers. This is coming from executives, coaches, and scouts.
Yeah.
Jeremy, why are NFL people so over the moon on the potential of Jayden Daniels?
Peter, because what he did last year was crazy. I heard the same line from several coordinators that prepared for Daniels. They said he single-handedly brought a franchise that is one of the worst in the NFL, that has one legitimate, accomplished wide receiver, a 34-year-old tight end, and an average at best offensive line, and took him to the NFC Championship game in year 1. That is as crazy as it sounds, what he did. So people are not forecasting a year 2 dip for him. They are forecasting more success, more numbers, and more knocking of the door of those 4 other quarterbacks we just talked about.
Damian Woody, do you agree with Jayden Daniels, a second-year quarterback already as the 5th best and the top quarterback in the NFC?
Damn right I do.
Let's go.
Damn right I do. Listen, I grew up a Washington fan. I've seen this organization inept for over 2 decades. That young man steps within the building, and that group was 1 game away from the Super Bowl. That is not a fluke, my friend. It is not a fluke. This man is uber talented. Not only is he a great athlete, he's calm, he's collected, he processes well. He's accurate. He plays with timing and rhythm. He has all those things. And as this franchise continues to build this thing out, woo-hoo, man, listen, next year we could be talking about a guy in the top 3.
Be cautious.
Okay, I was going to say, we have to have some sobering thought here.
Be cautious. Right. And so I think it's widely known no one has been the bigger Jayden Daniels fan than I am.
Is it widely known?
Okay, widely known. But let me just okay, so 2 years ago, CJ had a remarkable rookie season, and everyone's like, CJ's the next Joe Burrow type of thing. And there's a lot of reasons why the season wasn't as stellar in totality. Last year, Jayden was absolutely insane. 6 wins trailing in the 4th quarter. That's not that common. You can't bank on that year after year after year. The best 4th down team in football outside of Philadelphia. I think they were like 23 or 28 on 4th downs. Something that's more than likely just not that common. So 2 years ago, it was 3rd down for CJ. He was so ridiculous on 3rd down that it covered up a lot of flaws. And he was so ridiculous last year, Jayden Daniels, in the fourth quarter and on fourth down that I do think it covered up a little bit of some of the deficiencies or flaws. And so if that's not corrected, some of those earlier down things as an offense, as a team, you're not banking on going 80+% on fourth down again. So yes, the 5th ranking, absolutely warranted, but there is a reality where they are going to have to play better football to make sure that he doesn't always have to put on the hero cape or do some of the jaw-dropping stuff to pull some of those last-second wins out. That's all I'm going to say.
It's 35 minutes into the show, and Eagles fans, we see you. We hear you. We understand that you are sitting on your couches at home, throwing the remote at the television, watching on your tablets, freaking out, saying, what about our guy? What about our guy who is not only Super Bowl MVP, but also beat Patrick Mahomes head-to-head in the biggest game of the season? Jalen Hurts comes in at number 9. Dan Orlovsky, are we underrating Jalen Hurts here, or does that seem right to you? 9 out of 32 when you're ranking the top quarterback.
You could make the case that Jalen should at worst be 7, ahead of Justin Herbert and Jared Goff, as much as I love Jared and Justin. I do think there's a reality where, 1, last year was Philadelphia. There's no debating that. 2, the passing game struggled at times, to their own words. And while Jalen was absolutely insane in those final 2 playoff games, the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, you can't ignore the body of work that did happen in the season last year. That being said, he won a Super Bowl. He's gone to the Super Bowl 2 different times. So I do think it's justified to move him up a spot or 2. But I think the evaluation is Justin Herbert in Philadelphia, what would he be in comparison to?
You're good with Jayden 5 and Hurts 9?
I am.
Okay.
Yep.
Damien, what are your thoughts?
When I first saw the list, 2 things jumped out at me. Lamar at 4 and Jalen Hurts at 9. It was the fact that I'm a guy.
You're gonna bury yourself.
I'm a guy, and Mike Singletary, what Mike Singletary said, I want winners.
Yeah.
I want winners. Yes, is the infrastructure in Philadelphia great? Absolutely. But I also saw with my own 2 eyes with Jalen Hurts, this man outplayed Patrick Mahomes in 2 different Super Bowls.
No question.
Outplayed the number 1 guy on our list in 2 different Super Bowls.
The biggest moments where
And
Lamar,
the biggest
where Lamar and Allen don't.
When we talk about quarterbacks, we always talk about moments.
So you want him to
Moments.
be where? You want him to be where? You want him to be where?
No,
Nah, you can't.
I'm talking Justin Herbert. That was my one when I was looking at the list.
Herbert looks good, though. He looks good in shorts.
If you're building them in the lab, that's the guy you want.
Okay, but
that's the guy you want.
Let's have a fair conversation.
I'm not being fair.
Give me the 3 starting receivers in Los Angeles last year. Hard to come up with those names.
I mean, Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnson talk? No, but look at the receivers. You can make that argument in Buffalo.
Oh, but we're talking, okay, 1, Buffalo had a different, maybe not high-end talent, but 5 or 6 pretty darn good players. Jalen has a bona fide top 3 receiver.